Hey, good morning, good morning. Forgot to do the base one for my good morning, so we'll do this. Gotta wait till at least there's some light. Man, they're really doing an overhaul on 74 going through Champaign area. Not that I didn't read it. I don't understand if they were tearing that road up back there, why they didn't turn it into I think this way is 3 lanes. Why they didn't just continue 3 lanes out. I mean, through this area, having any 2 lane isn't beneficial. That's like, I guess it's only 2 lane. Man, if you're gonna redo it as 3 lane. Especially through here. Man, if anything between Danville and Champaign. I'm parked on Saturday, and I told you that the belt had stretched on my APU. Well, I thought it was a pain in the ass project, and it's really not. Now there's one guy on there that says the nuts is 17, it's really a 16. And the other one you can do with a 1/2 inch or probably a 13 millimeter. But I thought, I mean, almost all these guys have the whole frickin' case taken apart. I found out mine, all I have to do is take the bottom cover off and I can easily tighten my alternator. And the guys, all of them are correct in that there's a little lip that you can hook onto, like with a pry bar, and pry it over. Here, let's go underneath there and I'll show you. First, you shut the engine off here. And everywhere inside. Now that we're underneath here, there's the alternator. Mine's 120 amp. I don't know if you can see it, but right where my finger is, there's an indent. And that's so you can stick a pry bar or a small crowbar or something to pry against the alternator. Don't pry here, that's the field coils. Pry on the casing, and try not to pry on the diode pack that's back there. This one's a 1/2 inch. The one that was above it, mine was a 16. One guy said his was a 17. I don't know. So that's what mine was. But yeah, I just took there's the 2 end ones you just have to loosen up because it kind of slips into it. It's notched. 2, 3, I think it's two on each side and 2 in the front, and that'll take it out. There's the flywheel, my compressor. But yeah, it was just slightly loose. Now, I don't know why they changed it, because it looks like you could do it on here. There's a guy on there that was showing you how to do just a regular trip pack. Now see this bar here? Any of you guys know about cats? The adjustment for the alternator. I mean, if you watch Super Trucker Dan, you'll have seen him change the belts. The old tri-pack, this wasn't a straight bar and you had to pry against it. It was a square piece. It was threaded. It had one thing that mounted here, one that mounted that, and 2 nuts, and it had like 2 short threaded rods, and all you did was spin it to adjust your alternator. They need to go back to that. I wonder if you could go use an old tri-pack one on this, because then it would be a hell of a lot easier to adjust. But the guy told me it's got to be really tight. I mean, before it had any of you guys that work on cars know that usually the belt has some deflection, which means when I push on this, it moves up and down a little bit. The last time this happened, the guy said no, that belt's got to be like tight. And I thought I moved it a little bit the first time and it just wasn't enough. It squealed a little bit less, and but it still squealed when it started. So I took all the deflection out, and it's now pretty tight. I mean, you can twist it so it's not like so tight it doesn't move, but there's like no deflection, or just barely a little bit. So that so far is my Saturday. Now I'm going to put this back together again, and then I got one more project to work on, and I'll kind of show you the beginning and the end, because for some odd reason I left my tripod, my external mic, and that all at home. So I'm kind of having to hold the camera, which I complain about when I see these guys, because I've got all the mounts that I need. Although I may, on that one, I've got a head cam mount, I may put it on there while I do it. So we'll see in a little bit. Let me put this back together again, and we'll see in a little bit. Let's try this again. Apparently the red hose was a little longer already. So once I loosened it up a few turns of the plastic, it kind of straightened itself back out again. We'll see how it works. If not, next weekend we'll do it again, and this time we'll go all the way and I'll record it. But I actually trimmed like 3 loops off, and it seems like it's hanging about right now. So we'll see when we drive it this week if we have any issues, and go from there. Alright, I don't know how much of this is going to go on today's video. I don't think I recorded that much. I may put this and Monday's video together. So this is Saturday. It is November 6th. So you have a good weekend. We'll see you next week when we deliver this Monday morning, and we'll see what we get out of Indy. All right, have a good weekend.